5 things that you must do if you're doing EDDM postcards. Number 1 is to make sure that that design pops. You want your postcard very poppable. Graphic designers hate that word. They hate it. They think it's the dumbest word, but it's the best word. You want your postcard popping. They're going to get the mail right, and it's going to look like a bunch of junk. They're going to sift through, and you want them going through the mail and seeing something interesting and saying, oh, whoa, this thing sticks out, and this should be your postcard. This is a postcard designed by the fantabulous Rob Smith, whose contact information is below. He's the best postcard designer in the world next to me. You want these things visual, colorful, big headlines, big graphic. You want this thing to stick out. I mean, look at this. Let's see. You want this postcard of yours to stick out from the mail. Someone sees it and says, this is interesting. I just said says. A lot of people do postcards, and they do these really tiny postcards because they think they're saving money, and they do these really small ones. They're afraid to put any color into it, and they're afraid to make anything stand out. People are going through the mail. This just looks like another piece of junk mail. They don't even look at it. It blends in. Mail, for the most part, is white, brown, tan. So you want something that's standing out. I got this template for free. If you want it, just hit me up in the description below. You want this thing standing out. Make sure that postcard pops. Big visuals, big graphics, big headline. Someone reads it and says, oh, wow, that should be your postcard. If it doesn't pop, don't do it. Number 2, you should be having a QR code on that postcard. I better see a QR code. I better see one. I'm going to be pissed if you don't have one on it. QR codes are great because it bridges the gap from physical to digital. This is another Rob Smith card, by the way. Fantastic designer. You put these QR codes on, right? Everyone's used to seeing QR codes now. They're used to seeing this. All of our phones have them built in. Everyone knows how to use one. I love QR codes for a lot of different reasons. One, it makes it easy to send them to where you want them to go. If you don't put a QR code, they might be interested in what you have, and they're going to search you up online. They're not going to go to your landing page. They're not going to type in your website. They're going to type in your business name. What that'll do, Google will return other people's results. It may send them to a competitor. It may show competitors right there. Also, just show them whatever pages Google indexes and decides to show. It's not necessarily the page that you want them to go on. So having a QR code takes them exactly to the page you want them to go. If you use a good QR code generator, you can actually see how many people scan them. I love Unicode. I love Unicode. I have a link for that below if you want to check it out. It makes beautiful QR codes. They look great. They're customizable. Make a free report or some kind of information where they can scan the QR code and go access that report. Then you get them on an email list, an SMS list, and you at least know, okay, 20 people, 8 people, 15 people scan this card. I love QR codes. Your card better have one. Number 3 is some urgency and a reason why. If you're going to be doing postcards in 2025, you got to get people's attention, and you have to give them a good deal and a reason why. Just putting a great deal on the postcard, a postcard should have an incentive. It should have a reason for people to do something, but it should also have some credibility behind it. Like, why? Why should you be taking advantage of this offer? That could be something seasonal, something economic, mortgage rates changing, houses are selling more than ever. Anything. You can think of anything going on, whether it's holiday-oriented, seasonal-oriented. If you're in the lawn care, but you can talk about overseeding or aerating and why it's important. You're running out of time. Now's the time to do it. You really want to hit that FOMO, that fear of missing out. You want someone to get this card, and they're like, okay, this is a great deal. Oh, here's why it's a great deal, and this time is running out. Those are the best postcards, is when you have a good deal and a reason why to take advantage of it right now. Something should be looming over the horizon of where you got to take advantage of this now or else. Doesn't have to be that strongly worded, but it has to give that impression. Like, if you don't take advantage of, now's the time because this is running out. So use that little brain of yours, what kind of incentives you can put on the card and a reason why time is running out to act on it. People are lazy. They love good deals, but they're lazy. They need a good reason to get up off their butt and go buy whatever it is you're selling, whatever crap service it is that you're selling, that little crap business of yours. Number 4 is texting. You should have a texting option. Where's that card I just showed you? This has a QR code and it has text. Okay, you see that? Text. A lot of people don't want to call now. They don't want to make calls. Some people will not make a call, but they'll text. Texting is easier. Plus, you have, how many is it, Lena? How many 25-year-old Gen Zs? We looked this up. There's 4 million Gen Zers, 25, turning 25 in 25. So they're getting their own apartments. Some of them are looking for their first homes. They're on their own. They're receiving mail. You might be sending this mail, and they're legitimate buyers. A lot of Gen Z will not call. They won't call. A lot of adulters too. They won't call. Texting is easy. It's less intrusive. It takes up less time. It's convenient. Add text, call or text to your cards. If you're the type of business owner that says, oh, I don't want to be texted, I'm not going to be texted, well, then continue that little crap business of yours and don't be texting. Let someone else take the business from you. In between your Klarna payments, so you can then think of how you're going to be running your business while your competitors are taking all the business from you. Number 5 are advantages and benefits. You really want to have advantages and benefits on your card. That means you have, let me see, another Rob Smithy. Where is it? I love this card. It pops, it's visual. Quiet trucks, courteous crew, the area's most dependable trash service. So those are huge advantages. Those are benefits and advantages. They don't even have to mention the benefits because the advantages explain it. It's quiet trucks, courteous crews, the area's most dependable trash service. That's insinuating. It's so powerful. It's such a good postcard. Just that you're using the advantages that you have these quieter trucks because the other guys are super loud. They're nasty. They're going to be throwing your bins around. They come in with a big loud truck. It's annoying and they're not dependable. They're not reliable. You don't know if they're showing up or not. So using those advantages and having them prominently displayed on the card tells the customer why you're better than everyone else. And that is perfectly worded. Like in their mind, oh yeah, I don't want these loud. All these other guys are so loud and they're nasty. I'm going to go with these ones. Take the biggest benefit that you have. In this case, look at this. It's the price is so low and you make that a big thing. Okay, big. If you're looking at this postcard of yours and you can't tell something right away that's powerful on the card, redesign it. Don't even mail it. People don't have the time to be looking through your postcard and trying to figure out what you're going to take in the next step and make it bold. You get these postcards in the mail, they're huge, okay? They're huge, they're bold, they're visual, big headlines. Don't use these weak postcards. Don't do weak postcards. No weak postcards, please. And here's a little bonus thing to add. If you are a realtor, insurance, financial, anyone who has to send mailings out for high ticket, like once in a few lifetime purchases, come up with a free guide, a free report, a free interesting report, something, and use a QR code to take them there to where you can capture their address, their email address, maybe their home address, and now you can prospect to them that way. Just get them to take that next little step. Use a QR code to do that. Here's some things not to do. So I don't want to see you doing on a card. Sometimes you do these things, it's not even worth sending on a card. Number 1 is putting a huge, long URL. Don't be putting some big, giant, I almost said a bad word, URL on the card where no one's going to type it. No one's going to get on there and type a 15-character URL. They're not going to do it. So don't put it on there. Use a QR code. Use your regular website. Make a shortened URL. Don't expect people to put this long landing page. I might have said QR code on there. I mean website page. Don't be putting this big website address on there and expecting people to type it all out. You don't have to put https:// you don't have to do that. Number 2 is do a postcard with no urgency. Give them a reason to act. Give them a deal. People love deals, okay? An expiration date, a reason why. Don't make a postcard that just doesn't have any kind of urgency or call to action to do something and why they should do it now. Number 3 is don't make a postcard with too much noise. If you look at this postcard and it's just jam-packed with stuff and your eye can't tell where to go and you just have a bunch of crap all over the place and you're trying to throw all these different colors and stuff, don't do it. Don't do it. Slim that postcard down. Take out a bunch of junk that's on there. Don't even mail it. You better send this postcard to me. If you've got something in the works that you've made, send it over to me. I'll check it out. My information is below. I also have the best printing rates in the whole nation. You can't find a better deal on every door direct mail or any postcard mailings than me. Shoot me a text or email anytime. I don't want to see weak offers. I don't want to see nothing weak on that postcard. Your postcard better be strong, visual, popping, exciting for people. And number 5, I hate this one. I really hate this. Don't do this on a postcard. Do not crank your text to the edge of the cards. Please don't do that. I wish I had an example. I don't, but people will take their postcards. This is an M3, by the way. This is a fantastic way to get free advertising. It's 3 different advertisers. You take one spot and make the other 2 people pay for it. You get it totally free. Don't be taking these, like you're making these ads, right? Don't crank them to the edge. Leave a little breathing room. It's called bleed in the postcard world, in the printing world, because what we or any printer does is we slice a little bit of the edges off so that the ink runs all the way so that it bleeds to the edge. Don't put your text right to the edge because it's going to get cut off. And then we have to do all sorts of Photoshop surgery and stuff to move it inside. Don't do that. Give it some breathing room. Don't take your text and just jam it right to the edge. You have plenty of space to work with. I want to see you have a huge ATM machine built for your business in 2025. Watch my next video on how to design postcards. You're going to see what a $1,000 design looks like. You can follow along. I even give you a free template that you can download. Hit me up with any questions. Watch this next video.